Mediocre Murad has recently come into contact into the self-improvement space. He's seen all these people talk about the winter arc. He then gets the realization that it's a phase in someone's life where they focus on self-improvement, hard work and discipline. He gets excited. He's like, you know what? I need to do the same. I need to fix up my life ASAP. However, when he begins the quote-unquote winter arc, he makes no progress. The reason why is because he doesn't make a timetable for his day. Meanwhile, exceptional Imran understands that if you fail to plan, then plan to fail. He acknowledges the fact that the basis of a successful winter grind is that you need a timetable that schedules every hour of the day so you know what time you'll be going to sleep, waking up, doing the work, hitting the workout. Assalamu alaikum my people. My name's Pablo and I'm a productivity coach for young Muslim men. Alhamdulillah, over the past year I've uploaded every single day on various social media platforms, and as a result I've picked up many life-changing productivity tactics along the way. If you want to level up and become an exceptional Imran, check out my coaching program, link in the description below. So I officially began my self-improvement journey in May 2023. You see, when I was in university I had these aspirations of making money and getting in shape, but it was my secondary focus. My main focus was to have fun. However, in the last couple of months of my time in university, I began to come into contact with a lot of self-improvement content, especially on YouTube Shorts. And it one day all clicked in my mind and I was like, you know what, time to pattern up, time to focus on becoming a higher value man. I always had the thought, when I submit my last ever assignment, I'm gonna get my fitness and my money in check. As I was getting closer to the deadline of my dissertation, I was getting more excited because I knew I was about to start a new chapter of my life. And I remember as soon as I submitted that assignment, I started taking action immediately towards my self-improvement goals. And that was money and fitness. I remember taking active steps to launch my first ever business, which I had the idea for over a year ago. Furthermore, I was adamant on eating clean, exercising consistently, and just overall achieving a nice physique. I did make some sort of progress. I lost a lot of weight. I still had a little belly, but my weight fluctuation was better than when it was at uni. I lost about 5-6 kilos. I was also making progress towards my business. You know, I got the website, the supplies, I had everything sorted. However, I achieved much less than I could have. The reason being is because I didn't make timetables every day. I'll do it here and there and that's it. Sometimes, maybe once a week at most, I'd make a timetable. All right, cool. After work, I have to do this, this and this. But apart from that, it wasn't really scheduling every single hour of the day. I wasn't like, okay, cool, I'll wake up at this time, do this, then go to work, then hit a workout. It was more in the moment. So of course I did make some sort of progress, but it wasn't substantial. The reason being is because I didn't schedule my time. I didn't set aside time to do the tasks that needed to be done, that move the needle, that get you from A to B, from 0 to 100. And the thing is, I just used to wander through my day with no sort of timetable, with no sort of structure. I just live life based on how I felt. I remember this all changed this time last year. So I remember it was the 7th of October 2023 and I was walking around in my area, pondering over my life. I was doing all the bad habits. I was eating junk food every day. I was working out here and there. I was very inconsistent and I was very half-hearted in the gym. I also wasn't, that attentive with my business. One day I'd work on it, then 5 days after I wouldn't do anything at all. And I had these objectives, make money, get in shape, do this, do that. And I wasn't making any progress with any of those goals at all. And I was thinking, I need to reach these goals some way or another. I have to do it. And I remember looking at one goal specifically, and it was reach 100k followers on TikTok. And I was thinking, you know what? I need to actually dedicate myself towards this goal, because this could be the thing that gets me out of this rut, this bad period of my life. If I dedicate myself to, uploading every single day and getting 1k followers, 2k followers, then reaching 100k followers, my life can change. And that's what I done. I began to focus on launching this TikTok channel. So I began researching the content, scripting it, and then recording the videos. And I remember a couple of days in, I set the intention to wake up for Fajr, stay up and do the work, because I had to get into work very early. So I was like, you know what, let me just write the scripts before work so it's out of the way. And after this moment, my whole life changed. I was like, you know what, I have to do this every single day. And as a result, a new source of energy appeared. I was like, yeah, I need to wake up every day, write scripts, upload videos. And so I began to watch a lot of videos on morning routines, how to be productive, how to work, how to do deep work, how to focus, everything regarding self-improvement and productivity. As a result, I began to optimize my mornings, and then this extended to the whole day, to the extent that every single hour of the day is scheduled. Remember on the first day of school, yeah, you'd get your timetable and you would see, am I in the same class as my friends? Do I have these bad teachers? Am I gonna have days where I'm doing every subject I hate? And the reason why you got these timetables wasn't just for the sake of it. It wasn't because they wanted to torture you, keep you under their control. There was an actual necessary reason as to why you would get a timetable every year. The reason why you would have 5 science lessons a week is because you needed those amount of lessons to cover the whole curricula of biology, chemistry and physics. Because imagine if you didn't have a timetable and all you had to do was rely on yourself, to go to different lessons at different times, do the work. You would fail most of your subjects. You would only pass the ones you like. And so a timetable keeps you organized and focused. It gives you the necessary amount of lessons that are needed for the different subjects. And that's the same thing you have to do this winter. You can't be like, yeah, I'm going on this winter arc, but your days are not planned. You'll be like, okay, cool, I'll just wake up at any random time, do the work when I feel like it. You'll just make zero progress and lose to the guy who knows exactly what time he's waking up, doing the work, hitting the workout, going to sleep. Because the thing is, yeah, most days you'll wake up based on emotions. Oh, I feel like doing this, I feel like doing that. And then sometimes you'll just procrastinate and delay it the whole day. And then maybe not even do it that day, maybe do it the next day or over the next week. So just like a school timetable directs you to the different lessons and subjects that you need to do, the same way you have to do with your goals. Make a timetable. All right, cool. For this hour, I'll focus on my fitness goals. For this hour, I'll focus on my business goals. And for this hour, I'll focus on my personal development goals. Because in this way, you'll make meaningful and tangible progress towards all of your dreams and aspirations. Furthermore, making an ideal timetable that is consistent from day to day is going to make it much easier to be consistent. Of course, there are going to be days where things come about, you need to do other things, you may not do everything that you intended to do, because that's the nature of life. However, if you have a schedule that is consistent, that you know every day you wake up at 5:30, pray Fajr, then do deep work, then hit a workout, then edit videos, you know at specific times you have to do specific tasks, it's going to be way easier to maintain consistency. You'll reduce the difficulty of sticking through this winter grind. As humans, we want routine, we want to have structure, we want to have predictability in our life. Even if your timetable is packed to the brim, where you're doing something productive every single minute of the day, it's going to be much easier to stick to it if it's at the same time every day. If you know at a certain time you're going to be reading for 1 hour, at the same time every day, it's going to be easier than if you say, oh, I need to read for an hour, but one day it's at 7 a.m, the next day it's at 7 p.m, then another day it's 1 p.m. Like, it's going to be much harder to stick to 1 hour a day if it's all over the place. Repeating the same behavior every day at the same time makes it much easier to stick to it. And that's why you get so many people that can be productive the whole day, where they're working 12 hours a day every day, and they don't seem to burn out, and they do it for months on end, years on end, and simply due to the fact they have a certain routine that they stick to every single day. And so if you want to make this winter grind easy, make an ideal timetable where you do the same things every single day. Of course, there are going to be days where you're busy, things pop up, but try and make an ideal day where at least you do 50 or 60% every day. Because this will create a routine, this will create consistency, and overall increase the amount of progress you make over this winter. You see, having a daily timetable will be a fantastic tool on those days where you don't want to wake up at 5:30 and do the work. On those days where you don't want to go to the gym, where you don't want to edit that video. Do you know how many times I've woken up, I'm tired, I have zero motivation, I don't want to sit down and do deep work. However, I have a daily timetable that I have to follow, because I know if I don't follow it to a T, then I'll make a lack of progress and therefore not achieve my dreams and aspirations. If I don't reach my goals, I'll look back on these days thinking, you know what? I could have taken action, I had the opportunity to do so, but I chose comfort over work. Because the thing is, yeah, you can have all these goals in mind. You can be like, yeah, I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that. However, if you don't have a timetable and you don't schedule when you're going to take action, it's going to be much easier to procrastinate and not do the tasks that need to be done. You can be like, yeah, I want to get in shape, I want to make money, I want to consistently upload on TikTok. But if you don't schedule times to do those tasks, it's going to be way harder to be consistent, because a timetable keeps you accountable for your actions. You know, at certain times you have to do specific tasks. You can't waste time, you can't procrastinate, go on your phone, watch Netflix, because you'll have that guilt in the back of your head. I need to do that task. I really have to, because I wrote it down. I scheduled it this time of the day. However, without a timetable, you have less guilt. You won't be like, oh, I have to do it now. You'll be like, you know what? I can do it later. I'll take action eventually. And what happens? You delay it so much that you have no consistency and you make no progress. You see, a timetable is the ultimate tool to keep you accountable. Because on those days where you don't feel like it, you have no motivation, your discipline isn't working, that timetable will be the reason why you sit down and do the work. It will be the reason why you go to the gym when you don't feel like it. At the end of the day, my bro, you can immerse yourself in the winter grind. You can tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. However, if you don't have a timetable, you have no direction. You'll make no progress. Or you can create a detailed schedule where you time block every single hour of the day so you know exactly when you're going to do specific tasks, which will make the grind much easier and keep you accountable on those days you don't feel like it. But the choice is yours, my bro. Remember, productivity is the path to your dream life.